Hey guys. Um, I wanted to do a. Hi guys, it's Borkson. And introduce myself. I'm Borkson. Hello. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. I make videos on just whatever topic I'm in a mood for at the moment, and today is Character Crush. Today is a very long awaited, but very, it might be considered a controversial video that I wasn't sure I'm excited to make it, but I didn't know how to. So today, I know how to, but I was worried about it. So today is Character Crush Benny Rodriguez. So, childhood crush character, childhood character crush Benny Rodriguez. If you guys have no clue for what I'm talking about, we're gonna go back to 2003 because it's kind of the mood I've been in lately, guys. I mean, character crushes on characters that I had crushes on when I was a child. So it's fun. I think a lot of Gen Zs probably won't get this. I mean, some Gen Zs might, according to Marty York is saying. I think a lot of Gen Zs might even get this. But a lot of millennials, and especially Gen X's, you guys are going to get this more than other people will. Hey guys, you guys don't know, I grew up loving the movie Sandlot. I still love the Sandlot. I don't watch it nowhere near as much as I used to. Let's show stuffies. I used to line my stuffies up. I did this too with I think it was called Stand By Me. Where I would line up my toys and I would act out the movies with my stuffies. It's just something that I did. This video is not for children, by the way. And I would pretend like one stuffed animal was one character and one stuffed animal was another character, and I would do the same thing with my dolls. Sometimes I'd play with my dolls, sometimes I'd play with my stuffed animals. Sometimes me and my friends would just act out the Sandlot ourselves, so. Personality wise, I think closest to the characters, I wanted to be more of a Benny character, but let's face it, I'm more of a Yaya. To be honest. I talk 55 miles an hour and nobody knows what I'm saying at the time. So Benny was the older boy group. It actually also seems a little odd now to look back on that Benny seemed maybe not so odd either. Because sometimes in neighborhoods, guys, they get friends together and close in the same age. Like in my neighborhood that I have in my childhood home, right? Like there was really nobody around there around my age. People were a few years older than me, people were a few years younger than me. I just kind of sat in the middle. The same thing kind of happened, and it kind of happened in my childhood neighborhood, like where I was young, grew up at. Because like I said, it's confusing because we have two houses, so it was confusing growing up. But like my family home was the same thing when I moved there in my teenage years to make friends. It was the closest person in my age was Mike, and he lived next door to me. And thank goodness he wasn't. Mike wasn't my type. But I'm gonna give out names of neighbors because these people are probably long gone by now. And Jake lived up the next block. So Mike was a year younger than me. Jake was a year younger than him. And then Jarrett was the same age as Jake, who lived around the corner from us. So, and you guys noticed that they were all boys. Like there were some girls in that neighborhood, but by the time I had moved there, this has nothing to do with Benny. So why am I going to say? And in my other neighborhood, there was girls around the corner from me to hang out around with who were about my age, about a year or so off, and there was a couple girls a couple years higher than me. So yeah, so in the Sandlot, back to the Sandlot, Benny being significantly older than the other kids is not all that surprising, considering that they probably the other boys his age probably were just they were bullies and they were picking on them and all that good jazz. Now, according to Marty York, he actually played yeah. I know he's my favorite. So of the nine, he is my favorite. So I do tend to talk about him more than the other. As I'm basically girl, yeah. Minus some of the stuff that Marty has talked about that he has done that I haven't done. But things that we're not talking about on the internet. Anyway, so there was two fields. There was another field I guess they had played. I thought they played on one field, but from my understanding, and I don't want to put words in Marty's mouth, that they played in a different field when they played against the other team. Anyway, so Benny was the fast one. He was good. Well, I don't know when Smalls came to hang out with the boys, and I said actually now something according to Marty was altered, and it is we'll just call him Marty. It's gonna call him Marty York. We'll just call him by his first name. Plus, my friends will come over and think I'm talking about it. They'll go, pet me, love me. I'm like, oh, mother, dude. So it's a similar name to one of my cats, but not quite. Anyway. What's I saying? Yeah, anyway. It would sound like they did a different Sandlot when they were against the other crew. So I'm not 100%. I didn't notice. So Benny was the one that could actually play. Like, he was supposed to be like the best one on the team, and the rest were supposed to be like the reject dudes. As a teenage girl, yeah, Benny was the best player, I thought, and also, he was the hottest, to be 100% honest. I mean, this is a crush video, so it's all about. Benny was the hottest, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, he was funny because he was the oldest, and at 11, you wanna. I was the same age as Quincy's actor when I found at the time when I discovered the movie. This is really cool. Like, I heard people say they played it in their schools. We did play it in school, I think, later on, and I was just like watching and engaged, and the teacher, like, she was so engaged watching The Sandlot. My mom's like, "You put because my mom was like, "You put The Sandlot on," and mom was like, "Yeah, yeah." She got engaged. My mom was like, "Yeah, yeah, it's my thing," and mom didn't say it. "Yeah, yeah, it's my thing." Mom was like, "Interesting. They played The Sandlot." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, they played The Sandlot." Yeah, yeah, is my term. So I even say so. So yeah, yeah is my term. Like, my coined term. Talking to me, I'll be like, "Yeah, yeah. So what do you want to do?" And it comes to like Brooks, like, you're talking like a silly duddy. And I'm like, "Well, yeah, what we're gonna do today." So yeah, so ooh. That's one of my catchphrases. My other catchphrase is yeah, yeah. And my other catchphrase is do. So I think my 3 catchphrases. But anywho, back to Benny. I thought he's the most mature looking too, because I believe, sorry guys, I'm having a notification for Facebook, my tablet is behind my phone propping it up, so I can't even look it up. So let's see if Marty York was born in 80. I think he was born in 78, I believe, somewhere around there. So yeah, I think, the actor who played Benny was about 2 years older than Yaya. Then Yaya is a year older than Squints. It's kind of how I kind of. So yeah, so that's kind of. So anyway, Benny he was older, so it made him look more mature, made him look like the leader of the group. Then he was being nice to Smalls when the rest of the other characters were being mean to him, and they kind of, my opinion. Oh, excuse me, hiccup now. Those guys are getting really big cold. I feel like they kind of picked on Smalls. They didn't know who Babe Ruth was. They were all picking on him. I mean, I know who Babe Ruth is. My school used to have people come and like dress up as Babe Ruth and come dressed up as Lou Gehrig. And first off, okay, coming to dress up as Lou Gehrig around me, you're lucky something that. But I mean, this was when we were little kids, and then Jackie Robinson. So my school would hire someone. I actually asked if the guy was related to the real Jackie Robinson, and I got laughed at because I'm not a baseball person. I didn't know. This is before my Sandlot days. I call my Sandlot days because after I seen the movie, I wanted to be like Benny. I wanted to play, and it was really, really weird. I was a girl trying to play with special issues, and got the whole video on it. Anyway, guys, yeah, Benny was hot, and it was roughly a couple years younger than the character. It's weird saying that nowadays because I will not, guys. This is one character I don't think I'm going to do a celebrity crush opposite of the character to the actor that portrayed him. I don't think I'm going to do that, and that's just because of the actor himself. I don't want to get involved in that. I mean, they ever. Also, guys, they had Benny come back in. First off, we're jumping ahead here. So they did the Sandlot, and they was running around, and then he actually gave Smalls cap and his extra cap, his extra glove, which I thought was so darn sweet looking back on. When the other boys were starting to tease, they were all picking on Smalls at the beginning. He was like, no, like, don't, yeah. He even told, yeah, you run like a duck, like, what are you laughing at? And I think they all picked on Smalls and Squints, in my opinion, because they even all made fun of Squints because he had a crush on Wendy Peppercorn. But isn't my mistaking they all had a crush on Wendy Peppercorn? It's just Squints is the only one that did something illegal now by nowadays status to get her. I don't know. You guys think I'm tired of Sandlot. I actually was for a while. I was Sandlot out for several years because I just couldn't stand it for my younger self being. I mean, I could still watch the movie and rehearse, like, be able to say the line of the actor, like, before he's saying it. So, didn't say anything with Benny. So Benny was the only one that was being nice. He would play balls, and they tried to fight the opposite team, or play against the opposite team as little big leagues. And how come? And something else in this too, from the first and second and the third Sandlot movie. We'll get to. Okay. Let's keep track of Benny. And Benny ended up deciding to jump over. He has this weird dream about Babe Ruth, Yeah, it's Babe Ruth. Okay, my mind was thinking Lou Gehrig. I don't know why. Between Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig in real life, I prefer Lou Gehrig. It's just Gehrig. It's just anyway. He goes to hop over the fence to get the ball. He's wearing these PF flyers. I've never seen PF flyers in my life. I thought they were Converses all my life. It's probably a while. So sorry guys. I started babbling, and when I get excited, I start to. You guys can see I'm starting to stutter. I'm thinking about myself going over a fence for the last like 5 minutes since I've been trying to say this. It's just funny. To think of me trying to jump over a fence, guys, with a disabled wrist and ankle is kind of funny. So it's like, think of like 11-year-old me, that's something I wouldn't have goals to do. Jump over a fence too good. So Benny jumps over the fence. Actually, guys, I didn't know his name. His name was Benny. I don't know. I thought it was Mike when I was real little. I don't know why. I thought the character's name was Mike. I didn't know it was Benny. I don't know. Don't know how that's possible considering they're not called Mike's the actor's name. So maybe I got it confused. It couldn't have been because I didn't know who the actor was when I first was watching the movie. But I thought his name was Mike, which is coincidental because Mike is the actor. So anyway, so Mike Benny goes to jump over and he's like is running. He's in one like a little jersey. He's running. He actually grabs the ball, goes to jump back over, and this dog realistically follows him. Like that would never happen. I don't think, guys. And the fact that it happened once is funny. The fact that it happened twice is absolutely ridiculous. Like, oh, these guys, I can't get me a lot. And like, I'm all human, guys, and I'm getting over a cold. Anyway, so this dog proceeds to chase Benny. First of all, around the entire like city, entire neighborhood, and I'm like, this town. And I'm like, this ain't likely as an adult. Let me see the dog is probably you see all the boys line up with the dog as an adult. The dog is the most handsomest thing I think I've ever seen next to my own couple dogs I've had. The dogs are about I don't know. I mean, I think real life Marty like nowadays Marty York or the dog who's handsomer. It's kind of like I can't quite tell, but I mean, back then I was all for the boys. So anyway, guys, yeah. So Benny got the ball back, and it had to then bring the dog back, Hercules, to bring him back to Mr. Myrtle, played by the late James Earl Jones. Sorry, I'm still getting real cold. So anyway, guys, it was a nice movie. Benny was. I thought Benny was pretty hot back then. I mean, nowadays I look and I'm like, she's 12, maybe 14, 14. There's nothing attractive about grown man Benny, about young Benny. There's nothing attractive about young man Benny. But adult Benny, I've seen pictures of the actor. He is still as handsome as ever. We're not going to do a character crush on him or an actor crush. I mean, I don't know. He also played in the Mighty Ducks. I only seen the first one, and I don't think I seen past that, so I didn't know. So I wasn't able to push on the character, unfortunately, but I don't think I did. I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I was pushing on Louis. I think I was. It's kind of weird to think, because I think I would have liked it. But in the Sandlot, Mike Vitar, the actor, was the main dude. I think it was him, Smalls, Squints, yeah, and Ham were like the big ones, and the other guys were kind of like Timmy, Tommy, Kenny. There's one other because there's 4, so there was one more. So obviously, there's definitely some that you just okay. So there's Benny, Smalls, Ham, who's the heavyset redheaded man. Well, actually, I don't think he was a heavyset. The 2 brothers. Yeah. Go. So Benny, Scotty. Yeah. The 2 brothers. Bertram. Then the no, guys, you guys know Sandlot dudes. Kenny and Phil. I've done them all at this point. So, yeah, the other 4 seemed like they were more or less in the background. Well, Smalls is the narrator. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed me kind of babbling here a little bit about Benny. Also, they have Benny played in the end of the series. Then this is the end of the Benny shows up as an adult twice throughout the series. He shows up as an adult in the end of Sandlot, like they do like a 20 years later deal thing. And we found out that Benny becomes a baseball player. He is actually played by Mike Vitar's real life brother. I forgot, guys. His first name is, I think his name is totally escaped my mind, but yeah. And it was so weird to watch a video of them, them just being brothers, and just I was like, huh. But anyway, I think his brother did pass. So we're not gonna really talk too much on that. And then a different actor. You think I would have researched this before I turned on the camera? When I did the Sandlot 3, they brought Benny back, and I knew immediately. I was like, this does not look like the same Benny. So I researched it. And it's not. They used a different actor to play adult Benny. But Squints, I researched it. It is the same actor that played Squints in the. Oh, I totally forgot to say it too, though. And sorry, guys, in the Squints video, that Squints comes back to, he's the coach. Him and Benny coach the third Sandlot guys, which is only like 15 years after them, and they're coaching and so yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy me babbling. I keep thinking about myself now going over a fence. Not me that I probably would like to do actually, but I don't have the guts to. Okay, guys, remember to comment, like, share, subscribe. Go hit the bell for post notifications. Remember, always keep your videos kind. I know I'm getting a lot of Sandlot character videos. I watched the Sandlot a few weeks ago. We're having fun, guys. It's almost spring. It is spring, but it's not gonna feel like it yet. Remember, guys, to tell me down below which Sandlot boy you liked. Or girl, if you were Wendy Peppercorn. I mean, she was the only girl character. And that's something I would change. And it does have some more background girl characters. This is Sandlot 2, I think, did right. It did background girl characters. Okay, guys. Sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button real quick. I didn't get a chance. I thought I ended the video. I didn't. Remember to comment, like, share, subscribe. Go hit the bell for post notifications. And tell me down below who your favorite Sandlot characters. Remember, comment, like, share, subscribe. Tell me, or if you like Wendy Peppercorn. I know a lot of people liked her. Some people that like females liked her, but I mean, like, from a girl's perspective, like which girls, my personal perspective, because I like dudes. Which tell me down below which kid you like. If you're like me who like them all, tell me. It's cool. We can talk it out.